Probability of single events. A few reminders about probability. Probability is a continuous scale between 0 and 1. An event with a probability of 0 is impossible. It cannot happen. An event with a probability of 1 is certain. It's definitely going to happen. So our scale looks like this. You cannot have probabilities more than 1, and you cannot have negative probabilities. Something at this end is impossible, something at this end is certain to happen. In the middle you've got a half. Some people refer to that as 50-50, 50% either side, and that's something like getting a head or a tail on a fair coin. The probability of getting a 6 on a fair die is 1/6. It can be written as a decimal fraction or percentage. If given as a fraction, it does not need to be simplified. It may or may not be. And sometimes, as an intermediate stage of working, it's best not to. For example, let's suppose we had some orange discs and some green discs in here. The probability that I pick an orange disc out of here is 3 out of 6, which obviously simplifies to a half. But 3 out of 6 actually describes the situation in the box, and therefore I tend to leave the probabilities that way. Probability is the number of favourable outcomes over the number of trials, or in this case, the number of orange discs we had out of the total number of discs. Now, relative frequency, this is an important calculation. Probability times number of trials. So the probability of getting a 6 when we roll a die is 1/6. How many times would you expect to get a 6 if we rolled the die 600 times? Well, you might just think to yourself, well, there's 6 faces and 600 times means that I should get it 100 times. And indeed, if you do the probability times 600, you do get 100.